dramatic, trash reading with Sarah. Chapter 18. I was putting the finishing touches on the wolf drawing I was planning on giving to Jonathan for Christmas. Once I was done, I took a step back to take a good look at it. All in all, I was quite pleased with how it came out. I quickly put it in the frame I bought for it and started wrapping it. I quickly hid it in my closet and plopped down on my bed. It's nice having my room. After my heat ended, Jonathan and I went and got the rest of my stuff from my dad's place and moved me into a room here at the pack house. My father was once again nowhere to be seen when we arrived, so I left him a note like I usually do, let him know that I came and got my stuff. All of a sudden, Jonathan walked into my room and fell onto my bed face first, letting out an irritated sigh. I giggled, poking his cheek. "Well, hello there," I said, causing him to look at me. "I'm not sure if you know this, but the last time I checked, your room was a couple doors down, and this was my room." He turned onto his back before sitting up. "Your room was closed and had you in it, so," I continued, poking his cheeks. "Come on, smile for me," I said. Jonathan grabbed my hands and brought his lips down to mine, taking me by surprise. As he pulled away, a small smile spread across his face. "There, I feel much better now," he said. "So, do you want to tell me why you decided to faceplant onto my bed?" I asked him. He sighed again and rubbed the back of his neck. "My father is stepping down as alpha after Christmas, and because you're my girlfriend, he's expecting you to take on the position of Luna." I was in complete shock. Jonathan and I had only been dating for 3 weeks. I mean, I've met his parents, and they love me, and they're great. But we've never thought about discussing something like this. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if he has a second chance mate? Well, here's the thing. There's no such thing as a second chance mate. You get one mate, and if that doesn't work out, there's no plan B mate. You can mate and mark another wolf, yes, but you won't be able to reproduce, even if you're in heat. Look, I don't expect you to do it. We haven't even been dating a month yet, so let's just forget about it for now, and then we can talk to my father after Christmas. Okay? I nodded, leaning into him, trying to calm my racing mind. It wasn't long after that we decided to take a nap. Jonathan loved the wolf drawing I made him, and he got me a necklace, which I was absolutely in love with, but I felt bad taking it because it looked so expensive. Everything seemed to be going great until the alpha walked up to us when we were playing Xbox. "Jonathan, Rain, we need to talk," he said. "Dad, don't now," he said, cutting Jonathan off. Jonathan let out a sigh before helping me off the floor so we could follow the alpha to his office. When we got there, Luna was waiting for us along with a man I'd never seen before. I looked at Jonathan, confusion written clearly all over my face. He looked at me just as confused. "Sir, may I ask what this is about?" I asked hesitantly as Jonathan interlaced our fingers in an attempt to put me at ease. "We're here to discuss you becoming Luna," he replied. Chapter 19. Rain's POV. "But sir," I started, "Jonathan and I haven't been dating for very long. Do you really think it would be a good idea to make me Luna so early in our relationship?" I tried to reason with him. "Let me explain something to you, Rain. When you lose your mate, it can kill you. You will never feel that type of connection with anyone else. Because of this, almost every time a wolf can't develop feelings for anyone else," Luna said, walking over to where I stood. "So the fact that both of you have developed feelings for each other after losing the chance to be with your mates means that you are the only one able to become Luna of this pack," the unknown man finished. "Really?" Jonathan asked. "Yes, son. Rain is the best chance this pack has at staying together," Alpha said. "I understand that you're scared, But you have to understand. You're this pack's Luna now. I am Lucas, one of the elders, the unknown man said, coming over to us. I understand that you're nervous and scared, but we need to make the bond between you stronger before the ceremony. What do you mean, bond? Jonathan asked while pulling me closer, sensing I was internally freaking out. Son, when an alpha decides to be with someone after losing their mate, it creates a bond. An alpha losing their Luna affects them so much more than the average wolf, Alpha said. I took a deep breath. I think Jonathan and I need to talk about this. Everyone nodded in agreement, and Jonathan and I went to his room. I sat on his bed with my head spinning with everything I was just told. Will I be able to be the Luna this pack needed? I mean, if my mate didn't even want me, how in the world would this pack wasn't me as its Luna? Jonathan knelt in front of me, placing his hands on top of mine. I know what's swirling in that pretty little head, so stop thinking so much and breathe, he said, making me look back at him. How can I be the Luna this pack needs? I'm nobody special, I said, tears pricking my eyes. Hey, look at me, he said, wiping away a few tears that managed to escape. You are smart, strong, loyal, and so much more. You have everything that makes a Luna, and so much more. You are exactly what this pack needs in a Luna. He brought his hands to my cheeks. And as for not being anything special, I beg to differ. You are the most special person I have ever met. He brought his lips down to mine. After we pulled away, we lay down, trying to forget about today's events. I don't know what came over me, but right before I went to sleep, I brought my lips to his one more time, before whispering 3 words I never thought I would say. I love you. And then I heard the 4 words I didn't think I'd hear in response. I love you too. Chapter 20, Rain's POV. It was the day of the ceremony, and to say I was nervous would be an understatement. I was scared beyond comprehension, not only because I was stepping up as Luna, but also because before I could claim that role, Jonathan and I had to mark each other so that we could strengthen our bond, as Lucas said. And let me tell you, my neck was still quite sore. I'm currently standing in front of the mirror in my room, looking at the dress I was wearing for the ceremony. You look beautiful, Rain, I heard someone say. I turned my head around to find Elijah standing in the doorway. A small smile started to show as I turned to face him until his eyes landed on my neck. So you did it, he asked. I looked at his eyes and saw sadness and hurt swirling in them. Yes, I answered. Are you happy? Being with each other, I mean. Yes, very happy, I said, with a small smile as I reached for the necklace that Jonathan had given me for Christmas. Here, let me help you with that. I nodded before turning back to the mirror as he placed the necklace around my neck and clasping it. I let out a sigh, trying to relax and calm my nerves. I guess Elijah could see the fear in my eyes because he turned me around and looked at me. Hey, just breathe. You'll make a great Luna, I know it. You and Jonathan will be able to keep this pack strong. I closed my eyes and nodded. Thank you, Elijah. Then I heard someone knock at the door. Rain? Luna said, ducking her head in. It's time. You ready? I took a deep breath. Yes, Luna, ready as I'll ever be, I said, walking up to her, ready for her to walk me into my new life. When we got to the backyard, my heart felt like it was about to fly out of my chest. I saw Jonathan standing there in his tux, and all my anxiety melted away. No matter how terrifying the future is, Jonathan will be by my side, and I'll be by his. And when the pack needs us, we'll be there. Epilogue. After 2 years since I took over the role of Luna, and Jonathan and I couldn't be happier. Rose was able to convince her mate to give her a second chance and move to his pack to start over. Elijah met a wonderful girl from our pack, and they've been dating for 8 months. But she has yet to meet her mate, and Elijah hasn't been able to give his heart to her completely. Dad still poured his life into his work to avoid being home for as long as he can. I was standing in front of the window in the room I now share with Jonathan, watching the little pups playing in the pack house's backyard. I couldn't help but feel guilty over the fact that I can't give Jonathan pups, and I wanted nothing more than to be able to start a family with him like any other couple. I was so lost in thought that I didn't hear Jonathan coming in until he wrapped his arms around my waist and rested his head on my shoulder. "Penny for your thoughts?" he asked. "Just wishing there was a way to give you a family," I said, letting out a sad sigh. "About that, I have some news for you." I turned around to face him, with curiosity written all over my face. "I spoke with the pack elders along with the surrounding packs," he started, before trailing off. And I found some pups available for us to adopt," he finished. The feeling of hope washed over me. "Really?" I asked, unable to keep a smile from forming. "Really, but only if you want to." "Yes, yes, yes," I said before jumping into his arms. After that, we went to our neighboring pack and met the pups we could adopt. They were 6-year-old twins, a boy named Lucas and a girl named Lily. We loved them instantly and brought them home that day. The pack welcomed them with open arms, and even though Jonathan had told me over and over again that he was fine with not having kids, I knew he wanted a family. And now that we had Lucas and Lily, his dream of being a loving father had come true. Over the years, Lucas and Lily grew to be wonderful leaders, and Jonathan and I both knew that when the time comes for us to step down, the pack will be in great hands. I only wish that whoever their mates may be will love and accept them as Jonathan did me. And even though Jonathan wasn't my mate, and I wasn't his, I can't deny the feeling that we were meant to be together. And I don't plan on letting anything take him and our children away from me. I swear someday I'm going to find him a quiet chew toy to chew while I record. Anyway, welcome back, my lovely trash pandas. We're done! It's done! Congratulations! We have made it to the end of this book. Today, you guys got the last 4 chapters of Not Rejected, Just Unwanted. Holy crap. This has been a journey. Thank you for coming with me to find out what is happening with poor Rain being rejected. Sorry, not rejected. She's just unwanted. I hope you guys found the ending as lovely as I did. We still got the dog back here playing with his chew toy, so if the chewing appears and then disappears, it's because he leaves the room randomly and then comes back. If anyone asks if I can just close the door, no. He'll sit outside and cry. And that will be more annoying than the sound of the chew toy. Just speaking from experience here. So I do have our next one picked out. I've just got to finish reading it because, oh boy, it's a long one. It's long. But we will be reading. Let's go back to my library in this. Okay. I think yes. So this is called Silver's Bane, and it's described as a vampire and werewolf Romeo and Juliet story. Cliche. So I am currently still in the first frickin' chapter. It has 37 pages in the first chapter. And there are 25 chapters plus an epilogue and a prologue. So there are a total of 28 Oh no, this thing is counting the copyright. Look at this. This is insane. Kind of insane. So, that's what I am working on. So, next week's video will be, I don't know if you guys remember, but I said that I was going to be doing kind of a live response. It won't be like a live video, but it'll be me reading something and reacting to it like as it happens. So these are all of the ads that I keep getting, which focus camera, focus. Well, it's not going to focus, but I keep getting these ads on Facebook. I've scanned through them, seen that, holy crap, they're really bad. So basically I went through and screenshotted everything. So we will be going through those together. You'll get to hear my sarcastic thoughts, something that I've been doing really well, not saying as I read, not Rejected, but Unwanted. So, because there's a lot of sarcasm built up. A lot of sarcasm. So, you'll be getting that. You'll get to hear my thoughts of what the fuck is going on. Depending on how quickly I get this thing read, we might be getting the introduction video about me, why it takes so long for me to upload, a little bit about my life, background, that kind of stuff, why I blink so weird. No one said anything yet about my blinking. Thanks, guys. But I fully acknowledge that I blink really weird. You'll get to meet the dog, officially meet the dog that is in the background of all these stories. You'll get to finally see the horse that I constantly complain about. Bless his stupid little heart. So yeah, we will go from there. I think that's all I have for you guys this week. Thanks for sticking around. I promise that I'm not going to abandon this channel now that I've finished my first book. I really want to keep going. I really do enjoy reading this to you guys. I love all of your comments. I love you guys saying that I have a nice voice, because I don't think I have a nice voice. Obviously, I'm wrong. So, we will go from there. Okay, guys, have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Social distance. Get out and vote. Please get out and vote. This is a big election, guys. We gotta get out and vote and get that orange thing out of the White House. He's killing all of us. But, yeah, wear your mask. Be safe. Bye, guys. I love you. Thank you so much once again. 164 subscribers. This is great. I'm really excited. I love all of you guys. So, yeah, have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend. Bye.